when there is a performance appraisal, oh my God, the manager is going to put my all things, yeah, maybe good things and bad things, everything he will discuss. Whatever he observed throughout that 6 months, yeah, he will, if there are something recorded already in the personnel file, he will bring the personnel file to the table. He will put the table, okay, what are the station training you got, what are the training you got, what are the achievements you got, wow, these things he got. He will see the personal training file first and see what are the things you have got it. Maybe the sales, if you got some awards, yeah, some appreciations, some cash prize. So something, if you got something, it is already documented. Okay, maybe some problems in the organization. Sometimes you might have arguments, some disputes, some what do you call, fightings. If there are something happen, it's already there in the file. Now performance review come, or sometimes the customer complaint, the missing order, some problems, or some kind of enthusiastic things, new things. Okay, so everything will be recorded in the file. Now, can you imagine what is about the performance appraisal? Is there any picture coming to your mind, Sundara?
Yes, it's kind of assessment of for the company to understand where your employees stand, like
yeah, where the employees
their
stand,
skills and what are their
and also
capabilities
and things. And at the end of the performance appraisal, manager will give something, some task. Okay, so I will give you this rating. So for me, you are here, but I want you after 6 months there. Okay, the target,
there'll be a
the
target.
goal will be set. Yeah, then let the more people given a target. Okay, you are now good, but in the next appraisal, I want you to be excellent. How can you be excellent? How can you get excellent? So you have to minimize these things. You have to maximize these things. These are the weaknesses you are having. These are the strengths you are having. You have to improve. You have to reduce your weaknesses and make them into strength. And also you have to use the skills and get what are the strength you are having. You have to apply those things. Yeah, and we want you to develop. So there are certain development opportunities to come. So if you perform this way, maybe in the next time we will recommend you for your promotion. We will put you some new training. Okay, such kind of promises will be there with the reward, and also you will get a reward after the performance appraisal. So do you have a picture now? Do you have anything while discussing? Now, earlier we discussed about the training. So performance appraisal, after performance appraisal, sometime we will train people. Yeah, we will put the people to the training. So we can have some kind of training session, we can arrange it and put the people. And also after the appraisal, we will give you rewards. We can decide what the reward we are going to give. So that's why performance appraisal and reward will come together. Okay, after performance appraisal, I can discuss the reward. Okay, shall we go into the subject deeper? Fine. Do you have the clarity now? Do you have the picture? What is performance appraisal about?
Yes.
Okay, understood. So appraisal is a year-long endeavor. It's not a one-day work. So throughout the year, you have to. Last-minute work is not appraisal. Last minute, it's a continuous one. Performance appraisal is the process of determining how well employees do their jobs, relative to a standard, and communicating that information to them. So in performance appraisal, there are something communicated. Yeah, there are certain standards established, and employees already expected to do something. There are certain determinations coming. Okay, am I right? Performance appraisal, it's a process. Now we determine how employee should do their jobs. There are certain standards he has to follow. There are certain communications are exchanged. Okay, certain information passed through appraisal. Okay, the terms. Normally, there are different terms are there. We can say employee evaluation. We can say performance appraisal. We can say performance review. We can say performance employee rating. There are different terms are there. And we can use this performance appraisal widely for administering wages and salaries, identifying individual employee strengths and weaknesses. Okay, clear? We can use this performance appraisal to what? Administer wages. What is the wages we can give? Yeah, the salaries. If he is being promoted, certain after, for example, if he is getting appraisal, good, there is certain ratio. Excellent, get certain ratio. Yeah, identify what amount we can give. Identify individual employee strength and weakness. We can identify by sitting down. Yeah, what are the strengths and what are the weaknesses during that period. So how he can improve his weaknesses and apply his strengths. So, role of performance appraisal to identify individual performance, to improve, identify problems and barriers in performance, identify people with potential for future succession planning. This is also important. Succession planning, if you are going to have that succession planning, we can identify people, what are the potentials they are having. So through the appraisal, we can get it. Okay, and provide basis for reward decisions. What reward that we are going to give. So reward management, because of the performance appraisal, there will be reward. And improve communications. In the workplace, there will be issues connected with the performance. Sometimes development opportunities. There are something connected with between the managers and employees. So if there are something, we can have communication improvement. Okay, the purpose of the appraisal. Appraisals are used basically, as I said, making administrative decisions and providing feedback to the employee, evaluating human resource programs and documentation purpose. Is there any legal issue will come?
Yeah, no. There is a proof evidence.
We have proof, we have everything documented. Yeah, he can't go to court. Yeah, my rights are violated. He can't say like that. So documentation purpose, appraisal. That one thing. Second thing, in the documentation, we do another thing. What is succession planning? So we can, if there are people sometimes say, see, he is preferring this guy for promotion. He is favoring. Can anybody say like that? Can anybody say like that? No. Based on the appraisal, we documented. Based on the appraisal, we come to decision. This guy can be, and given more opportunity for learning. This guy can be promoted. And in the succession planning, we can include this guy. Yeah. So documentation will help. No. Appraisal. The purpose of appraisal is to have documentation. Yeah. Do you understand this? I gave a more weight here for the documentation because we need more clarity on that. Okay. Appraisal process. We have to setting a performance standard, certain goals, communicating the standards to the employee, measuring the performance, comparing performance with standards, discussing the results, and correcting actions, implementations, and review. So these things can be done throughout the performance appraisal. There are different types of appraisal. It's already there in your notes. I have taken these things from your notes. Supervisor appraisal is there, self-appraisal is there, peer appraisal is there, management by objective appraisal is there, behavioral anchored rating scales is there, 360 degree appraisal is there. Okay. Supervisor appraisal. This is done by the supervisor. Okay. Self-appraisal, who will do this? You. Yeah, the person who is appraised, he will do that. Peer appraisal, will ask other employees and get something about other person. And management by objective, we will give set objective. So we will assess that objectives. And behavioral anchored rating, so there are certain ratings. So we will check that based on the behavior. And 360 degree appraisal is already we get things, feedbacks from different people in all directions, like from management to employees, customers, even customers. We will ask feedback to management, we will ask management to superior, we will ask feedback from the peers, subordinates, and customers, everywhere, in all the directions. That's what 360 degree appraisal. So there are different appraisals are there. Especially if a person is promoted to one position to another position, sometime we will have that 360 degree appraisals. Okay, sometime we will go for management by objective appraisals. Okay, so different types of appraisals. Most of the people don't like appraised, already. So when we design appraisal, performance appraisal, work-related issues, we can address and communicate a positive roadmap. So how the employee can go and poor performance can be improved by identifying. Okay, there should be a feedback system established through appraisal. Okay, we can determine how can we improve the performance of the people. Okay, actions. Appraisal will give opportunities, sometime for promotion, sometime for demotion, sometime for terminations, right? Am I right? Appraisal?
Yes, sir.
Am I? Yeah. And assessment. So this is an appraisal is an assessment. We are going to have, we already discussed, there are different types of appraisals. That way we can assess. And there are challenges. What are the challenges we have? There are rating bias. Do you know rating bias? Favoring. Yeah, sometimes the manager favor to his nationality. Manager will favor if he is having a very good relationship. Yeah, he is a friend, because of the friend, giving more ratings. Yeah, sometimes misperception. So having a misunderstanding or failure to watch employees work. The person who's appraising, he doesn't know anything about the employee. Then there will be the rating, the performance appraisal will not be effective. Yeah, am I right? These are the challenges we are having. So even though we have challenges, appraisal sometimes can weaken discipline in company, harm employees' ability to improve. Sometimes, because of these challenges, sometimes performance appraisal led the people to leave. Yeah, because they will be demotivated. There are rating errors, tendency, hello, leniency effect is there. What is tendency effect? This is connected with the central tendency error occurs when assessor rate all workers as average. So we put everybody in the average, then we go for. From the middle scale, we go for. That's bad. Some people will be more, some people will be less perform, but we can't put middle. Yeah. And hello effect. Hello error occurs when assessor rate all workers as performing at the same level. Good, bad. Now that is also will affect in the appraisal system. Leniency errors occurs when assessors rate all workers as performing particularly well. So we can sometimes if the assessor will think this way, then it will be a leniency effect. Okay, these errors can be rectified. How can we rectify? How can rectify these errors? Any idea? How can rectify these errors? We have to train. We have to train the people who are doing performance appraisal. Yeah. The person who is rating, so doing performance appraisal, especially the managers, who has to be trained, and training should be there, and the feedback system established during that. Okay, I have talked about 360-degree programs. So feedback will be given, taken all range area. So we can develop appraisal system by creating performance appraisal and also planning, organization, leading appraisals. Now, how can we develop? Provide clear instructions and example we can give. Make sure the form follows logical order. Document design should be critical. Avoid jumping around. We have to go systematically. Okay. So these are the things we have to include in our performance appraisal. In your subject, this is not this much given weight. Yeah, I'm putting these ideas additionally. This is the concept wise we should understand. In our performance appraisal, demographic things should be there, rating methods are there, job related things are there, self-evaluation parts is there, goal setting things are there, development parts are there. These are the areas should be covered in our performance appraisal form. Yeah, when we say the performance appraisal things, we have to consider demographic things, rating methods, job related things, self-evaluation area, smart goal setting area, and development area. So these are the areas we have to go. So just read it. That's for your information. Okay. And feedback. When you give feedback, how are you going to give feedback? Earn. So you have to earn. When you give feedback, you have to earn. What is that? First, E. What is that E? You have to tell what was the situation you found. So event is important. When you give the feedback, you have to tell, in this event, I found this. Yeah. What you found, action. You have to say, this is the action I observed during this event. Because of the actions, what the impact, the results. Okay, what resulted that actions. For example, in this day, customer came and complained about you. Okay, the day customer complained day, action customer complained, result the customer was unhappy. Okay, what was the impact? So now, what is the next step? Now, see the way we give feedback. We have to say, in next time, you have to change. Yeah, this way you have to change. These are the things you have to learn. These are things you have to follow. So then the feedback will work. So these things will be considered during appraisal. So when we do appraisal, we can think of this. There are two uses of appraisal. One is to administer part administrative things, we can take a decision, and other part is development things we can do. Okay, just read it. These are the things, and normally there are approaches, can informal approaches and formal approaches. I already discussed these. You can have that. That's it. So just read it, you can easily understand. We already discussed this. Now, I think I was a little faster. The rest of the area, I established what is appraisal about at the beginning. I did things from you and you involved. That's why for the theory, I just went faster. So do you have anything to say? Any questions? Otherwise, we can end the session. Now it's 9.